It's not often to come across a turntables under $1,000 able to deliver such a clean and accurate vinyl reproduction. In this price range it's common to hear groove noise as the stylus moves along the vinyl, especially at the start of the record or in the silent gaps between tracks. And these issues becomes even more noticeable during my test with this highly transparent setup that I'm reviewing, featuring the Magnapan LRS Plus speaker and the Buchart Sub 10 subwoofer, a full-range system capable to reproduce the entire audible frequency below down to the infrasonic level. And typically I only achieve this infrasonic cleanliness only with my reference RPM 9 from Pro-Ject Turntables fitted with the AnalogMagik cartridge that I just also upgrade to the new EVO CA Premium Tone Arm. I recommend to check my video. But as we all know, that's an entirely different category in price. But what if I told you I found that turntables able to reproduce, to have this cleanliness and precision, especially on the infrasonic, at an accessible price point? Get ready, because today we are going to review the Pro-Ject Debut EVO 2 turntable. Debut EVO 2 was introduced to the high-end Munich show 2024 and brings several significant upgrades. First, it features a new special platter that is TPE damped and anti-magnetic. This heavy aluminum platter incorporates a TPE ring inside to dampen unwanted resonance. 1.7 kilograms of platter really stand out in this price range category. Pro-Ject has also updated the bearing block. The massive, precise CNC tone arm bearing block now absorbs unwanted resonances from the cartridges more effectively. And this improvement is further complemented by a new counterweight design that incorporates a TPE damping ring, a feature previously reserved to Pro-Ject high-end turntable. And we saw it actually with when I did the upgrade of the RPM 9 with the new tone arm. So there are really a lot of small details that all together make the difference. Priced at $699, the EVO 2 comes equipped with the new Picket MM EVO cartridge, which alone costs between $150 and $200. Manufactured by Ortofon. And I tested against the Ortofon 2M Blue, one of my favorite, and I will share more about this later in the video. Debut EVO 2 that is also fully manufactured in Europe, and I had the chance to visit the factory in Czech Republic. It was an impressive tour. The facility handles everything in-house, from CNC machining to assembly and testing. And these vertical integrations allow Pro-Ject to offer a unique customizations options. You can configure your turntable online, choosing from 10 different finishes. My personal favorite is the satin wine red. It's really beautiful. Looks stunning and feels smooth to the touch thanks to its 8 layers of lacquer. You can also select more options like an acrylic platter. While I have not tested it, I found the standard aluminum platter to be very satisfying. Additionally, you can choose different mats, and here I highly recommend to update to cork or leather if you don't have one at home already. The stock felt mat not only attracts static charges, but it's also so thin that it disrupts the VTA, the vertical tracking angle, leading to a dull and less engaging sound, especially on vocals. I had a leather mat at home which worked perfectly by bringing the VTA back on a better position. For those are asking, mat is a parallel tone arm enough for a correct VTA? Well, yes and not. For sure is a good starting point. Debut EVO 2 tone arm doesn't have an adjustable VTA, and this is not entirely a drawback, as choosing the right cartridge and mat can yield excellent results. The configurators offer many other upgrades. You can upgrade the sub-platter as well, though I have kept everything standard for my tests. There is also the option to upgrade to Pro Balance cartridges, which I've previously discussed in my review of the Phonobox RS2. And if you are curious, it's worth to check the video. Turning these customizations turntable equivalent into a customizing a car. It's truly amazing. The Pro-Ject Debut EVO 2 arrived in excellent packaging, very well organized with clear assembly instructions. Setting it up takes just a few minutes as the cartridge comes pre-installed on a 8.6-inch carbon tone arm. All you need to do is attach the belt, platter, counterweight and anti-skating weight by following the instructions that are really well done and include clear guidance even for the noobs. Issue I encountered was anti-skating. A weight kept falling off. I had to slightly adjust the tone arm post with a screwdriver to fix this. The unit I received was not brand new, so I'm not sure if this is a common issue, I think not, but I'm confident Pro-Ject will address this during quality control. A feature I particularly appreciate is the power switch hidden underneath the plinth. Pushing it to the left activates 33 RPM and to the right 45 RPM. This design keeps the aesthetics very clean and minimalist. Another standout features of the EVO 2 is the removable dust cover. Unlike most turntables, it's incredibly easy to detach with just 2 fingers, making it both convenient and user-friendly. And if you find it that doesn't stay in positions because sometimes we have limited space above turntables, for example, you can simply tighten the screw at the back. By the way, I recommend to remove the dust cover since it's really easy to do it to have the better sound quality. You avoid any vibrations coming from it. The included cables is of excellent quality. You would only need to upgrade if you plan to switch to a balanced setup. Overall, the setup process and design features of the Pro-Ject Debut EVO 2 make it user-friendly and visually appealing, setting it apart from any turntables in this price range category. Let's quickly touch on measurements before move to sound quality. It's really important. The Pro-Ject Debut EVO 2 measures excellently, delivering results I honestly didn't expect in this price range. As always, I perform all measures using AnalogMagik after calibrating the cartridge for zenith and distortions. First, let me address speed measures. I know, guys, some of you or a lot of reviewers also are using the smartphone, but in my opinion that's really BS, really unreliable. Why? Simply because the apps, it doesn't measure with the needles engaged in the grooves, and the accelerometer accuracy varied from each smartphone, so it's really not a reliable method. What AnalogMagik is doing, on the other hand, calculates speed by analyzing frequency, ensuring 100% accuracy. The EVO 2 measures 33 RPM and 45.0 RPM, impressive numbers. A good turntable should stay within 0.5% of the nominal speed. For comparisons, my RPM 9 reference turntable hit perfectly 33.3 and 45 RPM, so it's really good. While other turntables that I have here at home, like my Orgon Audio TT4 Dual, they can hit 33.3, but the problem is that these values tend to drift over time. For example, the TT4 I adjusted a couple of months ago to hit 33.3. By the way, with the screwdriver is really not easy. And by checking it together with the Pro-Ject Debut EVO, because I was measuring again both, I measured 33.7, requiring recalibrations every few months. The EVO's 2 high-quality IC motors and DC AC power generator eliminates this problem. The power generator produced a clean sine wave for the motor, ensuring excellent speed stability. And for me, this is really a game changer. It's like my Roland piano, which doesn't need constant tuning. Moving on wow and flutter, the EVO 2 achieved 0.07% at 33.3 RPM and 0.15% at 45, both well within the acceptable thresholds of 0.2. So these results are really excellent. I was really impressed. And finally, I tested the resonance frequency of the combinations between tone arm and cartridge. The EVO 2 measures 9.4 Hz on both lateral and verticals. Vertical resonance was a bit tough to measure since it was really low, almost inaudible. And ideally this resonance should be around between 7 and 12 Hz. There is a formula to calculate this, but it's not really so precise, where with AnalogMagik you can see it and measure it really well. So be sure to have this type of cartridges from Pro-Ject or any Ortofon 2M cartridges and you are fine. In summary, EVO 2 measures are outstanding, especially for turntables under $1,000. For sure the best I tested so far in this price range category, and I'm not sure how many reviews you will find with such type of measures, but let's move to sound quality performance. From the very first listen, my attention was focused on the pitch black silent background, really almost inaudible background noise. EVO 2 noise floor is remarkably low, reminiscent of my RPM 9 equipped with a 1000 grand cartridge. One of the most striking aspects of the EVO 2's performance is the depth of the soundstage. And this was really noticeable in orchestra recording, if you like this type of music, where instruments were more clearly separated and positioned within a larger, more three-dimensional space. And the result was a more immersive and lifelike experience. Bass performance was another standout feature. The EVO 2 delivered weight, solid and impactful bass with excellent slam. The overall presentation was highly engaging, fully open and impressively detailed. Its tracking ability was excellent, recreating a realistic soundstage with refined treble and added a touch of elegance to the sound. The EVO 2 setup captured a lot of nuance and information coming from the vinyl records, presenting the music effortlessly and with great authority. Even during complex and dynamic passages, the EVO 2 paired with the Pickett MM EVO cartridges maintained impeccable stability. There were no signs of distortion, coloration, or overly smooth tonality. Instead, it achieved a perfect balance between detailed retrieval and a solid deep soundstage. And these combinations work beautifully, offering a pleasing and highly realistic performance. To better illustrate the sound quality of the debut EVO 2, I compared it to my Orgon Audio TT4 fitted with the Ortofon 2M Blue, a cartridge I really appreciate. For a more thorough cross-test, I also swapped the cartridges, mounting the Pickett MM EVO on the Orgon Audio TT4 and the 2M Blue on the Pro-Ject EVO 2. Guys, a lot of work. Be sure please to support with a like button and take in consideration to subscribe. One notable observation was that the slightly sub-warp noise present on the Orgon Audio TT4 persisted even when using the Pickett MM EVO cartridge. This indicates the noise originated from the turntable itself. In contrast, the Pro-Ject Debut EVO 2 remained silent and clean, even with the sub-filter off. I was using also the iFiles and Phono 3, check the review if you didn't. You can activate from the front button the sub-filter, a great feature that really can save you, but is a filter, you know, and to be honest, I don't like to add any filter in my setup. And while this difference may not be as noticeable without a subwoofer, for systems capable of reaching lower frequencies, the distinctions become obvious, extended beyond noise performance. The overall sound from the Orgon Audio TT4 felt a bit more congested and less focused. And interestingly, I hadn't noticed this until I performed a side-by-side comparison with the same cartridge. EVO 2 stood out to being more clinical, precise, articulate, and capable of delivering a more focused and defined soundstage. A significant superiority, crazy. As for the comparisons between the Pickett EVO and the Ortofon 2M Blue, both are excellent in their own ways but offer different sonic signatures. The Pickett EVO sounds deeper, more open, dynamic, while the 2M Blue leans towards a smoother, harmonically richer presentations with a more forward midrange. I found the 2M Blue particularly enjoyable for genre like jazz, which represents 80% of my collections, aligning more with my personal preferences. Both cartridges are exceptional for the price, but the beauty of the EVO 2 lies in its ability to support cartridges upgrades, allowing you to elevate its performance even further. The Pro-Ject Debut EVO 2 demonstrates a significant superiority over all the turntables I've tested in the same price range so far, particularly in terms of noise level, precision and focus. The difference is striking, and if you had the chance to conduct a side-by-side comparisons as I did, you will be amazed. Not only it's become a reference in this price range category, but I'm confident it will hold these positions for a long time. And that's it. This was my review of the excellent Pro-Ject Debut EVO 2, highly recommended. If you have any questions, please let it down below. And as always, to support my channels, hit the like button, subscribe, and see you soon with amazing reviews for you.